All right, guys. So I wanted to do a review of this opportunity I found. Um, I've actually known about them for quite some time, but I've been actually watching them to be sure that they're actually legit before introducing them to my community. All right, I don't want to introduce something that will end up being a scam to people, right? So I had to do my own research. I had to study them to be sure that they're actually legit, right? Before introducing them to my community, right? So I've done that and I think that they are very okay, right? So I want to introduce you to a broker which has an instant funding opportunity, right? So this is the name is 10 Trade. This is the official site. So you can see they have prop accounts and they have private broker accounts. So they also have a kind of if you're new to trading, you can go through the academy and read all those stuff. They have copy trading, they have web. If you want to trade on the web, like you want to use your system to trade online, you can do that, right? So they have trading products, all those things, right? But what I'm really concerned about is their funded trader program, right? So let's let me do a brief review on their instant funded trader program, right? They fund people instantly. Many people have had the issues of passing phase one and then failing phase two, passing phase one and so on, then failing the life account, right? But when it comes to this particular broker, they have an instant life account, right? So this is it. They have instant funding accounts. So these are the accounts they have. They also have evaluation. Let's talk about the evaluation first. So the evaluation account, they have as little as $3,000, which is for $29, and their one-time target is 10%, which is fair compared to some other brokers where or some other firms where you need to get 8% phase one and then 5% phase two, which is what totally was 13%. When it comes to this particular program, their own is 10%, just 10%. There's no daily drawdown. That's what I love so much. There is no daily drawdown. So you can trade as much as you want, and so you can trade as much as you want. So once you get the account, even if you want to pass the account in a day, you can. So this one I really love. There's no daily drawdown when it comes to the account, and then the overall drawdown is quite fair, 9% for a mini account, which is 10K. Mini account is the 3K, bronze is 10K. They have their best value, which is silver 30K, they have 90K, and then they have master, which is 500K, right? So there one thing, there are no monthly fees, it's a one-time payment, and then you don't have minimum trading days. That means if you pass phase one today, you can get your life account today, right? And then the period to achieve the 10% is 60 days, which is very fair to me. So using 60 days to achieve 10% is a lot of time, a lot of time. So and then the level is 100. So for me, the equation is very fair. But I love the instant funding program. This means that you are not going to take any challenges. It's an instant life account. No phase one, no phase two, nothing of that sort. All right, so let's talk about this. So their profit targets for scaling, they don't have a scaling option on this. What do I mean by scaling? Scaling simply means that when you achieve a particular profit target, then you can be upgraded to the next account size. That means for the accounts that have the scaling option, if you achieve 10% in a month, that means that you can scale your account from 10K to what 30K. If you achieve 10K, 10% of your 30K accounts in a month, you can scale it from your 30K to what your 90K and all of that. So if you achieve 10% of your 500K, then you can scale possibly to the next account size, which is after this, right? So this is it. So you have to it's not available for the mini account. So if you want this scaling option, then you have to go for what this bronze account, which is the 10K or the silver, right? It's not available for the mini account, right? So scaling simply means that if maybe you want them to increase your capital, right? You want them to increase your capital with what you already have, you can simply use the scaling option, right? But if you don't want that, you want to just continue with trading, they can use your main account. So it's not compulsory that you scale, it's optional, right? If you wish to increase your account size, then you scale. Right now, the minimum drawdown for the max drawdown for the accounts for the 10 for the 3K account, which is the mini account, is 9%, then 8% for the bronze. All right, so it's very, very fair to me. It's very fair. 8% for instant live account is very, very fair to me, right? It's very fair, right? So minimum trading days right? When it comes to the instant life accounts, they have minimum trading days. That means before you can withdraw, right, you must take at least 5 days. That means you must have at least 5 trades in a day, right, before you can withdraw, right? So you must have at least 5 trades in a day before you can withdraw. And then they have minimum lot sizes. So for 3K account to 10K account, your minimum loss will be 0.01, which is not bad. Why this is 0.5 for 30K account? 0.05 is very little compared to 30K account. So and then for this one, a 0.1 lot is very little for a 90K account. Very little. I don't even remember the last time I used 0.01 lot or use 0.05. I'm mostly using 0.3, 0.4, so I'm using 1 lot. So this is not even an issue at all, right? So this is the available leverage for the life accounts. So you can make more money because of the leverage. And then their profit split remains at 70-30. So 70-30 is a profit split. So if you make, let's say, you get an instant life account now with the link in the description. All right, so the link is in the description. If you need an account of this, any of them, all right, you can just simply get your account now with the link in the description. So you get your 9K account. So you get your 3K account and then you trade for 5 days. So you need to trade for 5 days before you can withdraw. So you need to trade for 5 days before you can withdraw the life account, right? Because the life account. So 5 days you get your 70% 30 profit split, and this is the registration fee. So for an instant 3K account, you're paying what $100, right? While for an instant 10K account, you're paying what $300. For an instant 30K account, you're paying what $900, which is very fair. I really love this particular one of $900. Therefore, their good accounts, right, 90K accounts, you're going to pay 27, and then for the this is very nice as well. The $270,000 accounts, you can pay 5K, and then the 500K account is what on request, right? So you can withdraw your profits monthly once you receive your life account. So once you get a life account, you can withdraw your profit monthly. So let's assume that you get your account maybe on the 1st of July. So all you need to do is to pay for 5 days. So once you do 5 days, you can now wait for the month end to receive your payout. And your payout is what? 70%, right? So let us do some kind of comparison, comparing this and that. We're going to use the 10K account for this comparison, right? So let's use a 10K account to compare something, right? Let's just use a 10K account to just do a little comparison, right? So I want to take out all these drawings. I want to do a kind of comparison on a 10K account, right? So this is a comparison. So now let's assume that now let us compare the evaluation now and the life account. So now we're going to have evaluation on the left. So now let's assume that most of you guys you get a 10K account, right? You can get a 10K account from evaluation. You get a 10K evaluation account for what? Evaluation account for what? For it's usually about $90 for them. Let's assume it's $90. Right? That's usually the normal fee on most programs, right? So if you get this for $90, right? For $90. So now when you have gotten this account, you will need to do what? Your target is what? Phase one is what? Phase one is usually 8%, right? For most preference, right? It's mostly 8%. And then for then let's say 8 plus 5. That's usually how most preference do it. 8 plus 5, right? So you do 8 plus 5, plus 5. Right, so 8 plus 5%. This is the target you need to do to pass and get a life account. So you need to do that 13% to get your life account, right? So they get 13% to get your life account. So when you pass this for evaluation, then you have to make your life account. This is for most pro firms like MFF, all of them, right? So the target is 8% for what to get this. Now, when you get your life account, most times people fail either in the phase one or in the phase two. And then even if you pass it, you still have to make another profit again. So this 30% just go down the drain just to get a life account. So after making 30%, you now still to do what? You still need to make more to be able to withdraw. You still need to make another percentage to be able to withdraw. All right. And all don't forget that all during this time is going, right? So you need to make another percentage to withdraw on the life account. All right. While if you go for the life 10K account, this is why you go for the life 10K account, right? And you get it for um $300, right? Now, let us assume that you still have to make, let's assume that, okay, in a month, okay, let's say in a month, you just make, you maybe just decide to make what? You make just 8% a month, right? Let's assume you just make only 8% a month, right? On your account, on the life account, right? You don't need to make the whole 30. Let's assume you make only 8% for a month, right? You make just 8%. So now 8% is what? 8% of this is what? $800, right? So you make $800 for the first month, right? So Make this in a month. Let's say you make $800 for the month. Now, when you make $800, so profit split is what? Your profit split is what? 70%, right? So 70% of so your profit split, 70%, right? Let's put this as I can see what I'm talking about, which is let me just quickly calculate that. So 70 times 80, 79749. That should be $540, right? So that should be around, if I'm not quite sure of this, but that should be around $540, right? Because $560, sorry, should be $560. So this should be your profit split, $560. This should be your own profits you make, right? 560. Right, so you have made $560 profit. Now remember that you got your account for what? $300. So let's assume that okay, you have to do what? You got to do profit. No, this is how to know what you made for the month. Profit split minus the instant, instant life account purchase fee, right? So you're just doing the math here. So you have what do you have? You remember you bought the account for what? 300. So you minus what? Your 560. That 560 minus the 300 which you used to go the account. And then what do you have for yourself? You have what? $260 profit. So you can see that this life account is quite better than what the evaluation challenges that you usually know. Believe me, it's better than it. So you can see, can you see it? So $260, that is your gain if you use a 10K account, right? So you can see that it is better to go for the life account than to go for evaluation because after making even 8%, making 5% in a month, you still don't make anything for yourself. You don't go home with anything. But if you use the instant life account like this, just 8%, you have made what 260 for yourself. So it's just your willingness to commit your funds, right? So you are use the link in the description to get the account, and that is it. So these are the prices once again. If you want the 10 the $100 account, then you go for what? It has no scale. That means you want to upgrade to the next account. You have to buy another account separately. All right. Then for the bronze, you have to go with $300. And for the silver, it goes for 900, right? So these are the account sizes. So you can always use when you open use the link in the description, then you can go through it and compare. But I feel that this one is very nice. This one of $300 because you can scale it, right? So for you, I will go for this one. All right, this one I see going for this one I go because you can scale it to the next size, right? So I hope this was helpful and this was insightful. And then another thing you should know that these guys also have what they also have their broker account. So you can also even if you make profit, you can also withdraw your profit and trade in your private account. So they have their private broker account too. That's why I love them. So you don't need to withdraw and put in a different broker to trade. So even if you make profits from your prop account, you can still withdraw and put it what in your private account, right? In your private account. And then one last thing, I want us to do one last comparison. And let us you know that if you fund $100 in your life account, if you put $100 in your life account, it remains $100. But if you use that $100 to buy a $3,000 account, it's just a mini account, $100 for 3K accounts, right? If you use $100 to buy a 3K account, right, you now have what? You have 9% drawdown. I remember that they don't have daily drawdown, so you have 9% max drawdown. So that 9% simply means that your account now become what? Your $100 has now become what? $270. So you see that it's better for you to buy a prop account than trading your private funds alone. So you can trading both. Trading both. For me, I prefer trading both. You're trading both a life account and then your prop account, right? So you can just simply, but notice that you cannot withdraw as you will until you make until it's monthly, right? That's the only difference between the life account and the life instant foreign account, right? Because you cannot withdraw when you want, it's monthly, but for your life account, personal account, you can do whatever you want to withdraw. But this, I prefer this. So now you have $100 because what 270 because you have what a 9% max drawdown. So I prefer you go for if you have $100, you have 300, you have 900. Just simply go for any of these accounts. It's better for you. Believe me, it's better for you than to be taking all the challenges where you fail phase one, you fail phase two. Sometimes you make 5% in a month and then you fail and start over again. It doesn't make any sense. Time is going, right? So I believe that this is actually the best opportunity that you can be taking to get your life account, right? So use the link in the description to get this and see you guys in the next episode.